Fair usage, intellectual math property. Real quick, Philly. All right, we're out. Okay, good. Get 5 seconds in there. We'll just get the throat mosh singing thing going. Yeah, oh yeah. Well, oh yeah. Okay. So who's playing the foundation game this morning? We in the Judas. We playing the game. Elon. Virtually, that's to say, my empire ashes. You could let this whole thing burn down around me in a fucking nuclear fusion reaction. I'm just gonna hold that bitch together. I'll be fine. Let's get her over here. This marshmallowy goodness. And believe me, I'm not gonna run out of food. Certainly plenty of water around here when it's raining wrenches. So, underwater definitely. In here, I'm looking for some news. Kind of out of the market this morning. I got the hell out of there. My two runs that I've been looking at, they did. They doing. They doing. The American Eagle just hammered it this morning. Did pretty good. I might want to get back in on this. I missed it again. Damn it. There'll be a little bubble inside there. Looks like that's about trending. Maybe an angle on that for some hard rocky Sherpa broke back mountain taking in the ass. Goodness over here. Cha cha cha. Snap your neck, one of those Pompeii cities of the foundation game. Well, you could get giants, Atlanteans. You could go whatever fills in the X for the value on the foundation game that I'm building. And then we'll build stuff to it. Because somebody's like, well, you remember that thought about Hubble 45? Clack, clack. Training day. In here, it's a cruise. I think you're flying American Airlines. So mine would have been this. She would just, I got rid of her this morning. I'm glad because I was at 49. Whew, good call. I made a little bit. It was marginally better than everything else on the board for what those were banging around doing. What they should still have a little bit in it. This one do. This one, we'll see what she does this week. We'll see. 10 cents off of those last couple of days, and she been, like I said, a rocky goat path. Damn, there's money in there. This to this, but you are on it for this hour, right? This is life. This is not here. No. She couldn't come back down. I ain't seen nothing big enough that's odd in terms of who put in extra numbers for votes. Like they put in 1,000 right there. She been running 100, 10, couple of thousand banged in there. Oh yeah, making that money. Oh yeah, hour on this cookie, she done. That's the facility. Umbrella. Who needs umbrellas anymore? Let's go back to the ball bearing factory, man. Site 13, just get it done with. Fire it up. Come on, boys. Uh, well, like I said, you go back and you find out those star charts. They're not just really smart. They are really, really smart. This little star chart right here. You don't do this. Somebody did. You use this. This is your universe. This is your system. I know how to make these. These are Hubble 45s. I pack rounds all day. That to me is again, why it's a job, why it's a system, why it's a thing, because you would be factoring, well, that's probably where she is. And you know what? Look at that. Given the numbers of where there would be a test of a thing that I'm hopefully supposed to believe in, instead of redoing it myself, because that's a whole lot of not watching this little number for this right here, 42. 83 on that ASVAB's going to go differently for Barr, wherever that's living. Well, he's got his running something to the effect of, oh, bummer. Well, at any rate, it's better. Well, right now that I'm off the mountain, not really doing much of nothing. But inside of there, let's go back, see if we can get one. Here we go. Oh,
morning, and there were two guys curling in the squat rack.
All right. See,
Tonight,
I know what I'm going to get with Elon. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a freaking board meeting or a college level commencement speech, right? It doesn't matter because he's crazy. He's going to look at his fuzzly friend, kill agent that he is.
Hey, the camera is staying
Oh, so dead. Me in the room, psych, about physics on engineering FMA numbers.
Plan unto itself, and we should also note that the compensation plan. Elon Musk has to
Schizo, they'll tell you things about your friends, huh?
Shares,
Nah, I get it. You and Jesus writing it out on lead fucking tablets. Turn oxygen to gold.
Right. So
the math
here, Andrew, is that,
abused.
again, the company lost a significant amount of money, excluding one-time items. There was an accounting change of $145 million, $518 million in credit sales that they said are going away
Table
by the
though.
end of this year.
Definitely playing
$101
Judas
million
Marshmallow.
one-time Bitcoin
I'm
trading
playing that
revenue.
emulsion.
You take those away, and they lost $227 million selling cars. So he's being compensated based on that bottom line number.
But A is
being
A.
supported by something that's completely non-core.
Look at the foundation game
So I
again.
think that's number one.
Do I have this in
Number two,
containment?
Andrew, you gotta think
So
about
then
this, right?
basically I
Every time there's bad
definitely,
news on
if
Tesla,
not having
you
this,
see
then
tens
the
of
devil
millions
is
of
out
co-ops
there.
purchased
It is there,
and
boys.
expire literally within days and many times hours. That is not fundamental. Fundamental
Right, Lou?
investors aren't buying
Lieutenant,
co-ops that
come to the
expire
number. You want to
hours.
play the game? You're
That
going
is something
666,
that we think
33
the
and third,
SEC
33 and
should
third,
potentially
33 and
look
the
into.
third,
And the last thing,
888.
their German
Hit
auto
pause
plant,
button.
right? As recently as this past Friday, Tesla's IR was telling people
Now.
that plant was on pace.
Now,
to start
you had those
producing
things, and those
cars
people look at
in
you playing the
fourth
foundation
quarter of
game.
this
And you're
year.
like,
Over the
does
weekend,
he have
they
those
delayed
contained?
that
I don't know
plant
about
by 6
containment,
months.
but they like to
You're
hang in
talking
that area
about
real frequently, like the pattern
150,000
screamer,
cars of capacity
FMA.
that the street has in their model
Is
for
the
next
earth
year.
pulled to the
If you guys
apple,
are
or the
literally
apple pulled to
cutting
the
half,
earth?
that is
I
a
mean, if
material
Newton was
event
in there
that
and
the
he
company has to
fucking
even
wrecked
put out an
Mike,
8K
like,
on.
pay your
And when you
dues,
think
you
about
show
that,
up
right,
in my
the German
class.
market, I'm sorry, go ahead, Andrew, sorry.
Well, I was just going to ask you, given what you're saying, and I realize you've been bearish on
Upside
this company for a
down,
very
inside
long
out,
time,
and backwards,
you believe
Rosary.
that this company is vastly overvalued. The question I'd ask you, given that we started with
Yeah.
the issue of Elon
Newton
Musk's
Punk, you're good way to do it.
compensation,
My
do you
mask
believe
app,
that
glad you
Elon
building
Musk
off of
is
that.
purposely
Do
trying
you
to
have that in
manipulate
foundation?
the
Well,
price
if I
and
was the
valuation
SPAC
of the
that you
company,
have to have, if I was the battery factory
compensation arrangement
owner,
that's been
you know,
organized here.
I can't say I know the answer to that, Andrew, but what I will say
well,
is
I hand it off. People don't like that my
German
CEO
media
plays
has
sometime. Like, I'll give it
reported
to
over a
Don the
week ago,
mechanic,
they reported
calculus
that Tesla had
archangel over
violated
there he is.
environmental laws in Germany
And that's
that
your
were gonna
dad.
delay the construction of
You
the
know
German
that, brother,
plant.
right? You
And
know
they
my
also,
Don the mechanic, right?
reported that Tesla has basically worked people too many hours and paid them below minimum
That
wage,
brother
which
just
is in
woke
violation
up
of
and
labor
said,
laws in
"Sunshine,
Germany.
you are in
And
my
yet, as
core."
recently as Friday of last week, Tesla's IR was telling people that the German plant was on pace to produce cars at the end of this year. That's a material push out of their production in Germany, which we believe.
I bet you it does this. And I bet you, using Bell's equality, the field theory satisfaction here. Oh, so salty, sweet, and brave.
The Model Y is going to be the top selling car in 2022. We believe there's no way that's going to happen now that the German...
It's pretty easy. You go, well, what's got the biggest move on what it is? For my position, battery cars. Why? Because I actually agree with the battery car play. No offense, Ford. I think it's ingenuitive. I think the play turns around. I think we have other issues besides the... One, it's a better number. Two, it files into the electric bill for the house, and then so team dynamics on what that does just turns into the gray alien switchover, right? Because Anunnaki, whatever, fucking Kryptonians and Darkseid around here, I see him, look at him. Look at him sticking his fang in there. Somewheres, for whatever neutrino popped around.
Plan has been put out. That German plant was 100% Model Y initially. Yes.
Final question, though, for you. It's a trading question this week in particular.
This dice, double octahedron, yeah, whatever, a double octahedron, right? Amazing, I love it.
Elon Musk, as you know, is going to be the guest host of SNL, I should say, on NBC on Saturday night. There is a view that going into that, or potentially...
It's like, dude, I'm your landscaper. Basically, it's squirting out water. How do you fix it? Fermilab. That's the answer every time. It's going to cost you a lot of money. Really. Now, we can be honest about the bullshit. And I cut right through this, make it square and level. And that's going to be the paperwork I have done. You're going to clear that off, boss. Because it'll be your fucking paperwork by the time I'm done.
Actually, even coming out of it, that could be a big boon for Tesla's stock.
Right in the ribcage, like, well, how do you know what Jordan's going to do with millions of dollars? Like, well, you cut him off a percentage of it. It's 10% out of 10, right? Or even 700,000. What's that do to your map that you fucked up? Right now. I mean, then you're going billions of dollars on paychecks. Like, well, let's talk about the SPAC on LiDAR, Lego for a minute, gravity waves. Fire starters anyway. Rebels and blasphemers, a lot of them. This physics, XYZ. They're going to argue the math problem. I'm 100% right. You don't know you're not wrong yet because this number goes straight to the board. Go straight to the board if this was a problem.
Is overvalued, if you will.
Right. So the way we would trade it this week, Andrew, is we think that the street is going to have to significantly cut.
You look up,
their
buddy.
numbers
I'll be
next year,
looking
given
down
this
like,
German
oh
plan
yeah,
has
I'm
been
definitely
delayed
in
6
charge of this
months.
cowboy. You
That's
thought
150,000
Purgatoni I wasn't the
cars
garden
capacity
hose
is
come
down
around and beat the hell out of you.
75,000.
Okay.
So we would actually be selling the stock ahead of the street adjustments lower.
That garden hose on that mill floor and the torch line. Marshmallow not gonna be happy when you drop a rock on his towel. Right,
Shepard
Shepard?
Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.